Okay, welcome back again to the Edge School Manager. All right. I want to show us the features of the Edge School Manager. Okay. Now, um, at this point, the first dashboard here is quite not relevant. Okay, so if I click on that, you can see there's no details there. For now, if there will be any details to be added later. All right. But as regards the school manager, you click on the school, SM school, that's school manager for school. Here, it will show you the dashboard of your school. Okay. This function will show you the dashboard of your school. From here, you can see the total number of classes, total number of sections, total number of students, total number of active students, and the likes. Right? This is the dashboard of the school. You can get to know every information about your school from here. Okay. So if you want to get inquiries, settings, logins, you can set it up from here. We are going to do a more detailed information around each one of these module later in our session. But today is just an overview of what the Edge does. Okay. So, and we also have SM Academy. That is the first place you start. When you click on SM Academy, it will take you to another dashboard that carries the academy of the school. All right. So from here, you can set class sections. If you have more than section one, which is your, let's say your GSS 1A, GSS 1B, all of that, you can set it from here. And of course, subjects, attendance, study materials, homework, notice board, events. We're going to do a more comprehensive video about each one of these later in the course of this session. Okay. So, of course, you can also go to SM School. SM School, this is what I mean, SM students. This is the module that manages everything about students, right? So if you want to run admission for your students, so this is where you come to. You can add new admission or you can add bulk admission. Okay. So we also have where this button will enable you to view all your students at a go. So if you also want to print an ID card for your students, so you can do that by setting it up from here. And of course, student promotion, if you are promoting them from one class to another, so you can do that automatically from here without too much stress. Okay. So one button, all of a class is promoted at a go. All right. We're going to do more detailed information lesson about that. Transfer student from one school to another. So you'll be able to do that. And of course, certificate. And we also have the admin. The admin module enables you to manage everything about the administrative aspect of your school. Most especially if you want to create more admin, you are an admin. That is why you can have this access. You want to create more admin to yourself that will be managing this alongside with you. Okay, so you can create new admin from here. You can view more admin from here. Of course, you can view more admin and you can create extra role. All right, you can see roles here. So you can create roles like, for instance, teachers will have different role from the admin. All right, bossers will have different role from the teachers. Okay, librarian we have different role from the teachers. So we are going to, from this role section, you'll be able to create different roles for that. We are going to show you step by step on how to create roles later in the course of the tutorial. And of course, you can create staff. All right, they be teachers or administrators or whatever function. They be librarians, they be someone in charge of transport, whatsoever role you want to staff you want to create, be able to create them from the staff list, of course. And of course, you can mark their attendance and you can manage their leave. If they want to have a leave, you can manage it from here. And of course, the accounting of the school, this is very, very important, of course. So you can manage the accounting of
the school. Of course, whichever that will have access to it, most especially the BOSA, they will have their unique access to this. All right, they will only have. You are going to be able to define who will have access to this from the role. Okay, so now from here, you can be able to manage the income of the school, the expenses of the school, the fee invoices, the different type of fee you are going to be charging within your school. Okay, so this SM accounting will give you that functionality. Of course, if you want to manage your exam, school exam, this is very, very important. You want to manage your school exam. This will help you to manage everything about your results, the result computation of your school, exam management. What are the exams that you do? You do CA1 or test 1, test 2, test 3, and then you have exam. All right, to be able to create all of these exams from here. And you can also manage your admission card, admit card into exam. All right. So if you want to be able to give students an access to exam, a card that they can print, they can show before they enter into the exam, you can customize it from here, and they can have their admit card into exam. And of course, you can manage exam results and of course, exam result assessment. So more details about this will be taught in upcoming classes for the exam. And of course, if you have a library, so you can also manage your school library by going to the module library, that is SM library. Okay, so with the SM library, we have the dashboard. Of course, you can manage all your books from here. You can add new books to your library, and you can issue library. If you've given out, you can issue book. If you've given out a book to a particular student, you can issue it so that the system can capture that issuance. All right. So you can do that from here. And of course, library card. If you want to issue library card, you can manage it from here. Details about this we are going to be showing you later in the course of this tutorial. And of course, if you also have a school transport, okay, so the SM transport module will cater for this for you. All right, so the transport vehicle, you'll be able to manage, add transport vehicle, then the routine, the route of those transport vehicle, those that are applying a particular route, you can differentiate those. You can manage all of your vehicles within your school with this. And of course, you can get the report of each of the vehicles, their movements and all of that. All right. And finally, you also have SM hostel. So if you run a boarding program or facility, you have a boarding facility within your school, you can manage this by coming to SM hostel, where you can manage, add new hostel members into the system, and of course you can add new room into the hostel. So this will help you to manage students that are living in the hostel. What are the number of students that are living in the hostel? How do you manage them? How many of them is present? How many of them is absent? All of this. What room are they? So you'll be able to manage this effectively. So that is basically what the overview or the features of the Edge School Manager, is all about. All right. So if you have any question, feel free to drop on the chat box. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Okay. So in the comment section on the YouTube channel, you can drop your question there. I will be willing and happy to answer. If you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe so that you can get notifications on updates about some of our solutions, and of course, solutions we have for schools, school managers and the likes. So resources, tools, and how you can maximize technology to grow your school. You can get that from this channel. Thank you and God bless. Have a great day.